Yes, welcome back to In the Red Corner podcast with me, Ross. I hope everyone's well this evening. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. I did myself. Fantastic. But tonight we're joined by the Wardog, Tony Bindon, whose last outing was against Marcus Pond, put on an unreal performance and not in his natural weight class either. But this time we're going to see him at his natural weight class and we're going to see what he really can do. Fighting a very tough opponent in Jonno Chipchase, the God of War versus the Wardog. It's just got violence written all over it, basically. And I think it could be the potential to be the fight of the night, 100% steal that fight of the night, get that bonus maybe. But less of me talking. Oh, big shout out to Cloud Competition. I've done it wrong. Big shout out to Cloud Competitions for sponsoring the podcast. Go over there. They've just launched a competition. They've just hit 10,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram. So now they're giving away £1,000 for free. And you get 5 entries into that as well. So go over there, give them a follow, do what you need to do, and a chance of winning money. Also, what have I got to say? Sunday afternoon in Middlesbrough, we've got the press conference. Luke Hughes in the Red Corner podcast got the press conference happening. We've got Bakewell going to be there. We've got fighters going to be there. We've got it's Toby in the background. It's a long way for Toby to come, unfortunately, but we've got the ring girls are going to be there. Come and meet them. Come and say hello. If you've got any questions for the fighters, come along. Any media is welcome and things like that. And it's going to be an amazing event. Like I said, put on by the Fuse UK and in the Red Corner podcast. Right, that's all I've got to say. Jab that like button, jab that subscribe button. Or you probably won't after you've watched all this anyways, but never mind. Toby Bindon, the Wardog, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing, Toby?
Very good, mate. Very good. And like you said, unfortunately, I can't make the official press conference, which I'm gutted about. But I've got some very good sparring booked in on Sunday, and it's like a 7-hour trip. It would be so. I can't be in two places at the same time. So,
of course, it's a long way to come for anyone. It's an unofficial official press conference, so.
yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. Could be good. Should be good. I'm sure you'll watch it and things and see what was said after the sparring.
I think everyone will watch it. It's like I say, it's good to do. I would have loved to have been there if it was a bit closer. Maybe I had more time, or
of course,
this sparring. I would have tried to get there for sure.
There's always next time. We're only going to get bigger and better as we go forward.
Absolutely.
So, but thank you very much for being on In the Red Corner podcast again. Appreciate it. You were last
Thanks
on.
for having me on, man. It's good to be back on. Another fight booked. This one, I was excited, obviously, about the last one with Marcus because we had a little bit of bad blood in that. This fight, I respect Jonno. He's a great fighter, and it's going to be a great fight. Like you said, it's just going to be pure violence. Unfortunately, he is going to have to lose, and I'm going to have to win. But it's one of those. I'm very, very excited because it's going to be a real test inside the square circle. We both respect each other, but we're both coming there to win. And that's exactly what we're both going to try and do. So it makes for an awesome fight.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And this one, more your natural weight as well. You went up in the last fight just to fight Marco, but you're going to come down to your natural weight for this one.
Yeah, that's it. So last time, 175 pounds, I believe it was, 80 kilos, which is 2 divisions higher than I usually fight at. I like to fight at 155. But when someone calls you out and you're confident and you believe that you can beat them, you're going to take it. And like for bare knuckle, you've got to have a lot of balls and you've got to have a lot of heart. So you're not one to really turn down fights. But that being said, I didn't want to carry on fighting heavier as the levels go up and up. It just didn't make sense to put myself at a disadvantage, height, physically. Makes no sense. So at my strongest weight, which this will be at, that's going to be my next fight. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Feeling really sharp, feeling lean, feeling really fast. So I'm moving a lot better at my more natural weight. So yeah, really happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, there's no point in fighting weights above and things like that. There's some great fights to be made in this division as well for you, isn't there? You know,
like
Jonno.
Say it again, sorry, mate.
There's some great fights to be made. You know, I'm not looking past Jonno or anything like that, but there's some great fights in this division for you as well, isn't there? In the future,
absolutely. Like you say, I'm not looking past Jonno because he's the target right now. That's all my focus on. But that featherweight division and lightweight division, it's a stacked division. So plenty of good fights. And I saw the Fuse BKFC UK rankings, Jonno at number 3 and myself at number 4. So how I'm seeing this is whoever wins this is going to be right at the top for that sort of number one spot. So it's a lot of stakes for this fight, and you know, I'm really feeling good about it, and I just can't wait to compete. That's my honest feeling. It's just I can't wait to be back in there competing and just enjoying it.
I know as soon as I know exactly what you mean. I know because as soon as you'd finish your last fight, you were almost like, right, who's next? What's next? What's going on? And then you've got the fight all arranged and things, but obviously you can't release it, and you're like, you were like almost bursting to just like get it all out, get that focus on.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, I was ready to go. I went up to Andy last time and he congratulated me and said he was impressed with my performance. And I said, look, I want to be active this year and I want to keep fighting. I'm in a very good place mentally and physically. So I want to just keep fighting. This is what I live for. This is what I love. So, yeah. And then we were struggling to get a match at 155 for myself. Andy said they were struggling to match me at that weight. And then he came to me with Jonno and said, look, we've got, he knows I was sort of take anyway. He said, look, we've got Jonno. I said, look, absolutely, that's a great fight. I was actually really pumped for it because like he's a great fighter. It's going to be a great test. And like I said, when I win, it's going to put me right at the top of the division. So yeah, really buzzing.
It will, mate, 100%. Like the excitement around you as well of the performance that you put on. I'm really looking forward to see you fight in the BKFC at this weight class, like we've talked about, because you looked fantastic and very quick and very sharp. 2 weights above. I can't imagine how fast you're going to be this time.
Yeah, this is it. Like my speed and my power and my ferocity will just double at more of a lighter weight. Like I said, I was having to eat a lot to maintain that 80 kilos. Having to eat a lot. I wasn't. You can see physically I wasn't that ripped, but I was performing very well because I was very fit. But that was at 80 kilos. When you see me down at the lighter divisions, like my sharpness already, like my strength and conditioning coach said today, it's the fittest he's seen me. My boxing coach is very happy with how sharp I'm throwing. So yeah, it's just training hard, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and yeah, on the night I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy a hard fought battle and give it my all.
As you always do, my man, as you always do. I mean, I know you've said about Jonno there, respect between you both and things like that. He's a tough guy. I mean, 2-0 in the BKFC now, is he? You know, extensive Thai background as well.
Yeah.
You know, but like I say, this has just got violence written all over it for me. I think this is going to be like blood, guts, all left in there as always.
100%. It gets me excited. This is what you call violence at its finest. It's just going to be a pure bloodfest. I've been saying that. Like me and him, we're going to fight. We're both sharpshooters. So yeah, violence at its finest. That's the best way to describe this fight.
Violence in its purest form. That's it.
Bare knuckle in the squared circle. Everyone watching, everyone knowing this fight. You know, whoever wins this is going to be at the top of the division. So it's a very good fight for us both, and we're both obviously preparing hard. I believe in my skills, and that's what's going to take me all the way.
Yeah, it's another unbelievable card put together by Bakewell again. Is there any other fights that you're looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, I mean, they're all, like I said, they're all fantastic. Obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing Conatini back in the ring. He's had a layoff. So I had a similar layoff like in 22, 21, where I took like a year off just to work myself mentally and physically. And I felt so good for that. So I believe he's done the same thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing his performance in there. And like I said, the whole card is just stacked. So every single fight in this fight, you can't say, oh, that person's going to win or this person's going to win, because it's such a 50-50 card. All the fights are going to be mega exciting. All the fights are going to be a bloodbath. It's just going to be pure violence from the undercard to the main event. And like you say, I think me and Jonno, well, I know me and Jonno, we're going to go for that fight of the night. I want that fight of the night bonus and that knockout of the night bonus. So I want that bag, man. So yeah, I'm just excited.
Yeah. Did you watch the last card? I think that's really set a tone
for mate, yeah, the prospect
how the show should be.
Unbelievable card, like yeah, unbelievable fights from the get go, right from the start. From fighters you thought, oh, how will this go? You know, will it be will this be a bit of a like, you know, sort of amateur level fight just because they've just came on as a prospect? But it was an all out war. It was like the whole card was just like, you were just like gripped to the TV. So props to BKFC UK, Bakewell, David Feldman, and all the crew at BKFC, because unbelievable things they're doing.
Yeah, it is, you know, and like you say, 50-50 matches again. from Bakewell. There's a whole talent pool coming through. How's it kind of looking down? Because there seems to be like a massive hub in Newcastle and like a massive hub in Yorkshire of fighters. You know, there's quite a few in Cumbria where I'm from as well.
Yeah.
How is it growing kind of down your way?
So they love it down this way. They love watching it, and they love like I say, supporting me of it. But like, so I'm from a gym. I've got a lot of good professional boxers around me, gloved boxers, a lot of amateur good boxers that fight all over Europe and the world. And I say to them, look, fancy a go of the bare knuckle, but a lot of them like no chance. They don't want it. Like, I don't know. I think you've got to be cut from a certain cloth, and you've got to be a little bit tapped to do bare knuckle, and you've got to really sort of enjoy the violence. But at the same time, for me, like this is a very traditional way of fighting. Like back in the day, there was no gloves, so I see myself as a martial artist, and I'm now doing the purest form of combat that there is. But like I said, I think it will grow. Like the more of the young lads see me fight, you're going to see that. You're going to have that scrapper coming to the gym. That's going to be like, look, I want a bit of this. So I do believe it will grow, but just at a slower pace. But I'm glad to be leading the way down here in the South Hams for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully eventually you'll be able to bring people through and, you know, train them yourself and things like that.
This is it. Yeah, like you say, I do a lot of the. I'm always helping out young fighters and older fighters. So anyone that like does come through, I'll be putting them through to the prospect show. Absolutely, because like I say, the more of us down here, the more of it will grow, and you might get a prospect show down here. So
yeah,
who knows?
Who knows? Indeed, you never know. But like, you know, when these lads are training and things like that, are you saying, you know, do they ask what's different for you between boxing and bare knuckle and things like the little nuances between them and things?
Yeah, they do. Like I had a lad tonight actually, funny enough, like saying, "Oh, what does it feel like when you hit someone bare knuckle?" And not just like in the street fights. Obviously, anyone can do it. But he said, like against another competitive fighter, another skilled fighter. And I said, it's the best feeling in the world. Like there's when you hit someone bare knuckle and you land that clean shot, it's just unbelievable. And even getting hit feels nice. You know, as mad as that sounds, but I just said to them, it's like it's a completely different. The crack, and you just become so engrossed in it. You become like you really become like one within fighting. And I think when you do it, like it does, like you say, you've got to have a lot of balls. You've got to have a big heart. You've got to sort of have that scrapper mentality to think, right, I'm getting in there. I'm going to have a bare knuckle straightener with another professional athlete. And once you get the grips of that, like you either are going to be able to do it or you're not. It's one of those things, really.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's almost a sport that you grow into, isn't it? As well as, you know, it's still kind of
You've got
finding
to
its
learn
own.
on the job with it. Like you say, we're all sort of learning on the job, and in years' time, we'll be able to pass on tricks of the trade that we've learned. Whereas right now, it's like you're learning on the job. You're learning what works, what doesn't work, sort of, and that's the best thing about it in a way, because we're sort of learning as this sport grows bigger and bigger with how to fight without the gloves. So yeah, it's all a good experience.
It is. It's the oldest, newest sport around, isn't it? It's the
Definitely,
oldest sport in the world, two men fighting bare fist, but the newest sport in the world as well in the same breath.
That's it. We went a bit soft. Do you know what I mean? We were the hardest like fighters around, and then obviously everyone's getting these big gloves on, and obviously eventually people are getting softer and softer as the generations go on. So I'm glad the bare knuckles back, because now it's going to separate the men from the boys. And like you know, I love glove boxing as well. Absolutely loved it. But like bare knuckle, like it's a different feeling. It really is. Once you take the gloves off, it's hard to put them back on to compete.
Yeah, and there's no better way to watch bare knuckle than live. BKFC 64 Coventry. You can hit Toby up for some tickets as well. I'll put his link to his description box in the description box to his Instagram, and hit him up for help the lads get a payday out of it as well. You know,
absolutely. I've done another 2 tables today. Like all my lads that are coming up, they love it. Like they were living for it. Like they said like it was unbelievable atmosphere. I had lads from the gym come up saying like best event they had been to live, unbelievable atmosphere that the BKFC have put on. It was just obviously a crazy experience for them to see it bare knuckle at a high level, being so competitive, and just like the production's unreal there, isn't it? All the smoke, the lights, the cameras everywhere. Like I remember just embracing it all. I was in the squared circle, just like taking a deep breath and just embracing it all, thinking this is amazing. And I felt so grateful to be in the position I am, and that's why the hard work continues.
Yeah, and it's like I was going to say there, it's all down to the hard work that you continue to put in and will do going forward, and that you have in the past as well. You know, it's all brought you to this moment and this opportunity.
And now against Jonno, you know, a tough fighter, ranked number 3, I'm ranked number 4. Now it's like time to smash him and get catapulted to the top. Yes,
Yeah.
Jonno, just seen that respect, lads. Let's go. War, and that's it. It's Wardog versus God of War. So our names say it all.
Yeah. It is. It's mate. I don't know if you've seen from the start, Jonno, but go back and have a watch about what I was saying, because I just think it's going to be violence in its purest form. And it's going to be an absolute bloodfest and things like that.
Absolutely.
You know, it's all respect between you both as well, which I love, because
do you know what, we're real fighting men. So the respect is there. We ain't got no bad blood, but like, let's get it straight. It's going to be business on August the 10th. I'm going to try and take his head off. He's going to try and take my head off. It's as simple as that. And then the best man will win on the night.
Absolutely.
And that night will be that on that night, that man will be me.
You know, I always say it's, you know, that you know, 6, 7, 10 minutes, however long it is in the ring that you spend together, it's a bond between two men that'll never be, you know, that only you two will ever share, kind of thing. And I think that's the respect thing behind it, isn't it? You know what you're both going into.
Absolutely. I said that to Marcus on the last fight. We was backstage. I said, look, we've scrapped now. Like, we're bonded like blood brothers. We've had, like, who can say they've had a fight with someone like that? Every opponent you ever fight with, whether you like them or not, after, like, you're bonded by blood. Like, you've just shared blood with each other. You've gone to war. So, like, you can only have that bond with a certain person. That person is your opponent.
Yeah, unreal. Have you got any sponsors, teammates, gyms, coaches that you want to give a shout out to?
Just a shout out to my coach, Gareth Hogg, David Bolton, Seven Hills Boxing, Jay Williams at Venture Fitness, Blueberry Nutrition for, like, sorting me fire recipes and getting the weight down, keeping strong, keeping fit. And everyone that supports me on this journey, everyone that's bought tickets, got the tables coming up, showing support. Love to you all. Like, and then, of course, my family, you know, I'm always, I am a family man, and I want to leave a legacy to my kids and for my missus. So, yeah, just I'm grateful for the support around me, and a big thanks to BKFC for giving me the opportunity to fight on a big platform, have a big fight, and get to where I need to be.
Yeah, unbelievable, mate. And it's not as far for the people that come for this one either. They don't have to trek up.
That's it. It's a couple hours from where I am. It's like a couple hours. Yeah, it's a good location. All the lads are looking forward to, like, a night out on, like, Brum and that. So, yeah, man, it'd be great.
I look forward to seeing all your support again, because, you know, there's a lot of it at the last one, and, you know,
they're all rowed in there.
yeah, but it's what it needs. You know, I love the Polish fans as well. They bring it. There's going to be loads of Polish there for David Oscar and Zielinski as well, I'm guessing. And
yeah, that fight's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, but Bindon's army as well. Wardog army, they'll be there.
Yes.
Brilliant, my man. Appreciate you coming on again. Thank you so much. I'll be in touch, and we'll sort something out for that.
Thank you for having me on, man. It's a pleasure, and I'll see you on August 10th as well.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Good man. Appreciate it, Toby. Have a good evening, mate.
Yeah.
Toby Bindon, ladies and gentlemen. What a man he is. There's just that respect thing, isn't there, between him and Jonno, and, you know, as it is with most fighters and things, it's going to be unbelievable. They both know what they've got to do, what they're going to bring, and they're quietly confident about it as well. But I'll be back. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. See if I can get another guest on. We'll find out. You'll find out who the guest's going to be on Instagram. Go over there, give that a follow. Like I say, go over to the Wardog UK _. That's Toby's Instagram as well. Give him a follow his journey, and jab that like button, jab the subscribe button. Speak to you all later.